a lot more, relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And, we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
That one taken in right side by Legette. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. He took a pretty good leg at the end of that one. The Jags offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
It does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball to 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
The other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone say, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten to stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. On 1st and 10, here's Young.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Young. This one taken in by Renfro. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Panthers first down.
Young to throw on 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but At the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Third down and 9. Out of the shotgun, Young. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have a Panthers first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. From the gun, it's Young. He'll throw complete to Chuba Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3. They face second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Right. Ready?
Back to throw, Young. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up third down. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. All right, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
As I start the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he's single defensive coordinator and Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They may not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. He'll step up and run. He can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it once more with ETN. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
In motion comes Thomas. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. He's healthy. He's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
A gain of 2. Brings up
2nd down, Lawrence. He's going to let one go, looking for Miles. And this will be incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Lawrence. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Derek Brown working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready.
It's a zone read given to Hubbard. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Young. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Hubbard. He gets it to start the 4th. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Young. Short one there. Caught by Tremble. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. They forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10.
They'll give it to Etienne on the option. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage. From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And it'll be brought down. Short return. They'll take over there. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. They try to establish some tempo. They start this one with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll go again with Hubbard. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd, they need 8.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd.
Here's Young to throw out to his right. This one down the field, but going to wind up incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
Rosebud. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Etienne. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the 1st down.
The Panthers will take their 1st timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run the toss here to Etienne. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up the 3rd down. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Gain on the play. It's 4th down.
That one hits at the 10. No one there to stop it, though. Bounds into the end zone. It'll be a touchdown. The Panthers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Second and 10. To throw, Young. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. And that is incomplete. Tommy Tremble, tight end the Manning was looking for there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. They'll go. Young. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Here we go. On the handoff, it's ETN. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll drop the throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Third and long.
On the coverage.
Lisa 24.
Patrick motioning here. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one caught by Patrick. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to fourth and goal.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good.
Makes the score
And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. A throw there, caught by Lee Giddens. Here's second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Now Young,
at the 31-yard line.
front to his right. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. Here's first down.
The 43-yard line.
There's the spike, and they stop it with 23 seconds to go. Throwing on second down, Young. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
It's no secret. This offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
So shout to Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. And it's a special one for Liam Cohen, their head coach. His team gets the win, giving him his first NFL head coaching victory.
Some players' development traits are hidden. To unlock their, here are a player's motivations.
Stadium. The Cardinals listening for the sound of their signature Big Red Siren, which signals an air raid and brings them out to a sea of red here in Glendale. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. On the Carolina sideline, here's a look at head coach Dave Canales. These guys dropped their opener on the road last week, hoping for better fortunes here in week 2. On the Cardinals sideline, that's head coach Jonathan Gannon. His guys were winners in week 1, and you know they'd love to begin the year with back-to-back victories.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Scott and Brock Hewitt on the call with you today. Ball teed up and ready. And away we go in Glendale. On the return, here comes Emari DeMercado. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And bringing them out in his 10th season now. A veteran who minimizes turnovers better than almost anyone here in the NFL, Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett has seen some adversity in this league. Occasional starting opportunities as well. And he's hung around because he knows how to take care of the football. He can still throw it deep with the best of them. But he's the type of guy you just trust. You trust that he can come in, that he can manage the offense, and he can win a game if needed.
It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Off the play fake, Brissett. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Shotgun handoff to Carter. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. All right, here we go. Second down.
Second and goal. At the 10-yard line.
12 back, 12. Go!
On the shotgun, Brissett. And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
Brings up third down and goal.
Hey, kill, 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 kill! We're 19! Go!
Third and long for him here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. On his Chad Ryland for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Panthers nothing.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Trevor Etienne to return this. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss. He was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week. Neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Off the play fake, it's Young.
At the 22-yard line.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
Third and long. They're going to throw. That's Cox. It's the Arizona rookie. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And the Panthers first down.
Ready?
Young on the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Gun give now to Gallup. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Max Melton who held him down there. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Check.
complete beyond the marker. He's going to have this one down to the 28. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun snap now to Young. And he covers up after a nice gain right near that marker. Gonna need a little bit more now on 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd
Trouble,
and
38. Down. Blue, check. Black.
Running for it here with Hubbard. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Might be a sign of which way they're going to lean in clutch spots moving forward, partner. Early test on 3rd down, and they chose to run for that first.
Yeah, no question. That just infuses your confidence big time offensively. When you can run it in that situation and move the chains, yeah, they'll do it again.
Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player. As they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Let's go now. 45. White.
Hubbard again. He stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
From the pistol, it's Young. Escapes out to the left. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
Carter here from the gun. Getting into his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
19.
They run it again with Carter. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They sneak it with Brissett. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. It's an early lead for the Cardinals. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at a punt, though, facing 4th down. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their 2nd try. They liked how that drive was going, but the ND and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. To the air on 1st down, Young. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Hubbard quick on the draw. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down. Young working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Ready. Yellow, 22.
Play action now, Young. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
He was defended by Derek Williams.
Check pitch. Down.
Handoff out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson. Third down here, need 8 on play.
Makes it third and 8.
Here he goes, third and long. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up fourth down. Panthers calling on Ryan Fitzgerald here to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, this is from 47. Fitzgerald sends this through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Now an inside give to Carter. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Going play action here. Brissett. Go right side, and McBride has it. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. It's a dime look defensively from the Panthers. Third down coming.
Third and 7.
Air it out on third. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The Cardinals out for the punt. Renfro on to return.
Results in a fourth down.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Panthers get going. And once more on offense. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here. And the Cardinals grab it! And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Yeah, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
So first down from the 41. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Intended for Michael Wilson. Incomplete. Covered by J.C. Horn.
Back to the air, Brissett. Dumped off to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. Brissett keeping this himself. And that zone read goes nowhere. They didn't even get back to the line. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
This one quickly to Harrison. And it's good, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brissett. He's got McBride complete. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone. Setting up, 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gets it again. He's going to lose yardage here. They bring him down at the 4. Great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
19, again, by 20.
3rd and goal for Brissett. Back quickly to Wilson. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it 4th and goal. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. The kick by Ryland is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Kid, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead. But you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
Here we go. Black 40. Ready.
Young to throw it. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back, and he's in for the pick 6 for Arizona. Ryland now for the extra points. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. The Carolina offense headed out now. Young back to it after the pick. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can. Decline the flag. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Jonathan Gannon doing a last little bit of coaching here as the Cardinals return to the field. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. First call here coming from the shotgun.
19, set.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout.
At the 30-yard line.
On the shotgun, Brissett. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. First down from the 42.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Brissett to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts.
Now second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
To the air yet again, Brissett. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
19. Set. Well,
Third and long for him here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hill. Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. I'll set now. For the kickoff, Ryland with the honors. On the return, this is Etienne. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the third. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Out of the gun, Young. Able to find Renfro here. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Third and 4 coming up now.
Makes it third and 4.
Now it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to fourth down.
That is not the way they needed to come out. Sense of urgency. Got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL. But it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
That one intended for Trey McBride. And it's going to be second down.
The coverage by Christian Rosewood.
19. Again.
Running right, this is Carter. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
19. Set. Go.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Setting up the running back screen. Defense contains him. That's going to force fourth down as he's dropped for a loss. On now comes their punter. Matt Hawk will kick it away. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Down.
At the 29-yard line.
Yellow. 22. Set.
Young working from the gun. Cuts. This is Xavier Leggett. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45.
Gain of 17 yards.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Here's Young to throw. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Offense is set. This is second and 2.
Brings up second and 2. At the 46-yard line.
From the pistol, it's Young. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. out of the shotgun and give to Hubbard. He won't get past the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's fourth down. Full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this.
Black 40. Red cycle. Set.
Fourth down, Young. Oh, he puts some air under this one, right side. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was... Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Pressure coming for Brissett. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. First down now, ball at the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Brissett to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Carter up the middle. Room to run inside the 20. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Carter again. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on...
Arizona. The Cardinals lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Trey McBride, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Panthers set to take the field. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you gotta wonder if they're gonna be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to bring up the Carolina 1st down. Play action now. Young. Right back to Leggett. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Panthers football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th.
Ready, set.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Shot. 17. Ready.
Sticking to the air. It's Young. Finds the football outside. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Ready.
To the air yet again. Young. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can have that 1st down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's fourth down. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth.
Set, ready. Black 40. Set.
They'll run for it, Hubbard. And this isn't going anywhere good. He's caught well behind that line of scrimmage, and they're getting sent off after the turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on fourth down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
Line quick there. They bring him to the turn. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Second and 16 at the 37-yard line.
Over play action here. Brissett dumps it off to his running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Down to the 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They're coming off a fourth down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out.
Red 38. Set.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And we'll give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Ready, ready.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On play action, here's Young. Flush out now to his left. On the run, deep down the left side. Wide open down the field, and he has it! And he has it all the way inside the opposing 40. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. To the air on first down, Young. So this one on the defense.
That's interference. Defense.
It's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down.
Ready.
Running it after the penalty. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They're going play action. Young. Caught just shy of the goal line. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers making the scoreboard look a touch better. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Dortch now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They get 20. Yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run big tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Hey, kill.
Shotgun handoff to Carter. It's on the turf, falls out, he lost it. And he falls on it, so they're going to keep possession and a chance to add to their lead. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. So they managed to keep possession. They've got 3rd and short now. It's cut by Harrison. At the 20. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals put up even more points in a win. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals grow their lead yet again.
Panthers 10.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. He hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
And the Panthers.
1st down, Young. On the move, headed right. Did not like what he was seeing, Brunson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Down. Ready?
Again, it's Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Go to that defense and flying around and making the play.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Hands are tied. Gotta have it on this 4th down.
Here we go.
Desperation time here. That's cut beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Panthers first down.
Right.
First and 10.
Out of the gun, Young. Hits him on the out route. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these out cuts are just so imperative in the best.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop in. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Come on, set.
Shotgun snap now to Young. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
Outside of Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly. But the pretty